fact, you are sure to get only the facts.
Tune in to Hard Facts with Maryann Okon on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
This is Hard Facts.
.3 Nigeria Info. 3 minutes gone past the 5 o'clock hour. Officially welcoming you to the Big Hard Facts. And I did tell you earlier on from the beginning of the show that we're going to be talking about insecurity in the southwest, in the northwest, I beg your pardon, and most especially Zamfara State. And my guest is joining me via Zoom. And we're going to be looking at the issues at the core of banditry in Zamfara State and what exactly can be done about the situation. Of course, several Nigerians across the country are agitating for protests, and they have different reasons. There are groups that are saying we're protesting. There are groups that are saying we're not going to protest. There's some who are in the middle because they're afraid that the protest might be hijacked. Well, my guest is going to be talking most importantly about insecurity, and then, of course, we might bring in the other issues and other matters arising. Samaila Musa is the Director of Publicity Coalition of Northern Groups, and he's joining me from, I think, the FCT in Abuja. Samaila, it's so good to have you join us. Good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon. Thank you for having me.
Perfect. Let's start by looking at the general situation of insecurity, especially in the northwest. I mean, I've been to both sides of the divide. I was in the northeast, which is Borno, Maiduguri, and then, of course, I came to Zamfara. Why exactly, because the average person is going to ask, why exactly is Zamfara experiencing this level of insecurity, especially for a state that's blessed with so much natural resources?
Yeah, quite a number of issues, actually. Top on the list is actually politics. The second is business, because there are deposits of mineral resources, and especially gold, which is one of the major reasons that called for some bandits to actually be moved into the states by some powerful people to help them safeguard their mining sites, because, a lot of illegal mining going on there. So, but aside that, politics also played a major role because quite a number of us politicians also contributing by way of trying to hold sway, like just trying to get a grip of the states, So really, those are some of the issues that is really making this banditry to really get worse. But of course, for some of them, it got to a stage where some of the bandits have actually, grow wings, in code, that they no longer listen to some of their godfathers or who supposedly brought them into the state ab initio, to foment trouble, in some cases to displace villagers who some seismic tests shows that there are gold deposits on, just right inside the middle of the village. And to begin to mine in that kind of environment, you need to displace those people, which the only option left for them is to do it by some level of banditry, because they know eventually people will have to run for their lives. So this are myriad, it's quite myriad of issues around this banditry thing, and it is, the more efforts that is being put into it, the more there are saboteurs within the system who are actually making the efforts to look like it's not yield the results.
Help me understand, and help my listeners and my viewers understand what you mean. You're telling us that the reason, or what's at the core of the insecurity that's bedeviling Zamfara State, is because some powerful miners brought in people, armed them to protect their mining, and this has spiraled out of control to the level where it has made that state become almost ungovernable. This is what you're telling us.
Yeah, it's one of the factors. There are some powerful individuals that, I think even the chief of defense staff also mentioned something like that some of those people that are caught will tell you, somebody actually sent them. And, these are facts that are known to virtually everyone around that area. That because if you look at it, the case of Borno is completely different. It's about ideology. I'm saying now, because it started with, some people believe this or this belief system, and really it got out of hand and all that. But that of Zamfara, you sit down sometimes and you're asking yourself, what exactly? Because if supposedly the people of the states are actually, if the whole bandits are the indigents, why do you want to be killing your sisters and your brothers? Miming, raping, and all that. But quite a lot of them are mercenaries who are brought in from especially neighboring countries to come safeguard mining sites for some powerful individuals. And after those assignments, sometimes some of these bandits also feel, there's a lot of money to be made here. So they begin to also mark territories. And that is actually has been like a culture now. That's why you see sometimes the bandits themselves face each other, and start killing or hunting for each other's lives, because some persons also inform them that in so mining site and so mining site is actually more lucrative than what we have here. So that might be another reason why they want to go to confront them for, to take over the sites those other bandits are holding sway.
As someone who covers obviously the north, especially Zamfara state, looking at the past administrations and how they've handled this issue, how would you score them? I don't think it's a conversation about scoring, but you know what I mean. How well have they handled the issue up until now?
Well, I think there has not been much seriousness put into it until Governor Dauda Lawal came on board. I'll say it was more or less like people were just joking around the whole thing, because when you come to the public, you do some show of how you're fighting banditry and all of that, and then you go behind doors to go do something different. Just recently, just to buttress that point, recently someone came out to, he made a video, and mentioning specifically the former governor, which is in person of the sitting Minister of Defense today, Matawale, that he is behind X, Y, Z.
Are you referring to Bello Toruji? Is that the person that
Toruji, yes.
Is that the video you're referring to? We have that video playing right now.
Yeah, yes, that's the video. Yeah. So you begin to ask yourself, these are people who ought to know better. These are people who knows what, or should know what boundary is. Because there's actually, if you observe boundaries, you will know as a governor of the state, there's a level that you get involved with some certain criminal.
Samaila, your audio has cut off. We can't hear you anymore. I think you muted yourself by mistake. It's muted. You are still muted. Now you are muted. Yes, you were saying something. Yes.
Yeah. So it's really beats one's imagination sometimes when some of these people getting themselves involved in all this kind of things. Because as a sitting governor, you should know your boundaries, that it shouldn't exceed that of mediating. If at all you have to do that, if at all you need to have a roundtable with them, there should be boundaries. It shouldn't go beyond that. Otherwise, in advanced climes, you're also going to get your fingers soiled, because of what benefit is it to you for you to be in communication with some of these criminals? These are criminals. They've got their hands soiled in blood. people have died in hundreds of thousands in one particular state, and some people still have the effrontery to actually be having a dinner or having parties with the criminals, with the said criminals. So it's really quite saddening that we have come to this level in this country.
So you're blaming former Governor Matawale, who is now the Minister of State for Defense, for...
I mean, I've not heard. I've not heard anything.
Yeah. But so the video in itself is making reference to the fact that, they kept calling his name in that video. But when you say having or being in communication with these said criminals, what exactly do you mean by that? I mean, could it be? I mean, former Kaduna State Governor El Rufai at some point was in negotiations with bandits in his state. Does this mean that he has a hand in the banditry? Does it mean that he's encouraging the banditry?
So if you observe boundaries, you will know whatever relationship you're having should end at just trying to bring about peace. If you call for amnesty, let your relationship end at the amnesty. If you're getting in touch with them, let it be that it is in line with the security of the state. But once you are out of governance as a sitting governor of the state, I'm afraid that when you keep some relationship, you're going to get yourself into trouble. Because under what guise? Right before he became the State Minister of Defense, these allegations, the Bello Turji made these allegations that were linking him with them from that time up till the moment he made this video. This video is not up to more than 2 weeks now. Maybe today marks 2 weeks that he released that video. So what I'm saying in essence is that he kept this relationship. This should have been done in an open way. If you want to act based on the fact that you're occupying a seat, which says the Minister of State for Defense, whatever dealings you're having with these people shouldn't be a secret. Secret in the sense that you're financing some of them, you're giving out money, relocating some of them, and these allegations are quite weighty. So, in other climes, he should have just resigned. That's the most honorable thing to do while investigation continues. And I think the people who really need to know should know now that there's a need to call him to order, that he needs to even put his paper in for resignation while he allows people who should be doing this investigation to continue with their investigation. Because I cannot understand, because there have been weighty allegations about powerful people being behind some level of banditry, and a notorious bandit is coming to the open and nobody is saying anything about it. I think this calls for concern.
This is really interesting. So we know obviously that he's the Minister of State for Defense. In other words, he's saddled with the responsibility of making sure that he has an oversight function in terms of security across the country. What's been the synergy between the Zamfara state government and the office of the Minister of State for Defense on this issue of insecurity? Have they met at any time? What has been the conclusion? Has there been any resolution as to if they're going to work together? What exactly is the conversation going on in the corridors between those two?
Well, to my knowledge, I think one of the major things that is really remarkable, is of note for me, was when this present governor came into office. He was looking for ways to really have a working relationship with whoever will be in charge. And I think when the CDS was appointed, he quickly dashed to Abuja to see him, to have a conversation around ending this insecurity. And I know even when the CNG, the Coalition of Northern Groups, held its security summit, both of them were there. They also addressed the media rights. So I think he really tried his best to see that there's a working synergy. But at some point, I think he got some some intelligence that say there's sabotage. And this sabotage is for no any other reason than someone is trying to still have a serious grip over the state. Perhaps he has the intention, or is still nursing the ambition of coming back as the next governor. because his 8 years was cut short. So, these are some of the reasons I perceive would make someone to really go into something like that.
You're making
begin to sabotage.
You're making very hefty allegations of sabotage, and you're still saying that he may have a hand. I remember sometime earlier this year when students were kidnapped from the University of Gusau, I had the information commissioner from Zamfara State also making some sort of allegations that the federal government had a hand in it, which for many people will raise an eyebrow. And now
it's not the federal government who has a hand in it.
So who had
it's not the federal government.
So who had a hand in it?
Is a former governor of the state, because the hand is having in it. It's not having it from his official capacity as a minister. It's not from official capacity. You understand what I'm saying? So it's not federal government. He's doing it on an individual basis because he's got some political ambition.
But why would he risk making the state that he nurses an ambition for to look bad and make the people that he wants to serve be that insecure? I'm trying to understand.
Well, that's a good question, and I'm also asking myself, why would somebody want to do that? But of course, Nigerian politicians sometimes are very desperate. They don't care. Their ambition, their interest comes first. It comes above anything else. And these are some of the things that is usually the outcome when people become over ambitious about some certain things. And I don't really know how you will be dealing with individuals that it's not like they are suspects. These are individuals who have come out in the open to declare themselves as the people behind, wanton killings. And if you decide to keep having some relationship, allegedly, that you're even doing some funding, and I've not seen anyone come out to refute these allegations, I'm afraid we have every reason to begin to think that this whole thing is actually the truth. So, and I think even if Bello Turji was not in the right frame of mind when he made that statement, somebody should come out to say, well, and be specific, mention the things, the names he mentioned, what kind of relationship he's got with these people, So it is very important for the people of Zamfara to know what role actually, because there are a lot of questions going on since that video came out in Zamfara. So, people really love to know, and nobody has come to say anything tangible.
Let's talk about some of the other allegations that have been leveled against the Minister of State in terms of treasury looting, billions and billions of naira that's not been accounted for. And you are still also saying here on the show that he needs to resign his office for investigations to take place. Has the EFCC in any way said that they are taking on this case, or that he has, or they've gotten any proof whatsoever, to go to swing into investigation? Because I haven't heard of it. So when you're calling for his resignation or stepping, aside for investigation to take place, is the Zamfara State government going to carry out any form of investigation?
Well, just like you said, the EFCC is saddled with that responsibility. The states might decide to set up a committee to look into the activities of his 4 years in office. But of course, when the Governor Lawal came in, he came to the public to let people know what he met on ground. Even though some persons in quotes who are involved were running from pillar to post. We saw at a time where even the former EFCC chairman was trying to arrest him. We had some level of a lot of fracas around it that time. That was referred to, I think, is Bauer. So the problem is perhaps some people were not in the know of some of the weighty allegations at the time he was coming into office as a minister, but now they know, because most importantly is that there is a possibility for the committee saddled with that responsibility, or the people who are saddled with vetted individuals who are coming to occupy office, not to know. And the reason being that nobody will have known if one of the bandits did not come out to say it. Did you understand? Because if you expect me to know as the chairman of the committee saddled with vetted, and I've done all my investigations, I don't have contact with the bandits. If I do have contact with the bandits, I probably should be solving the problem of that state by now. So if I don't have contact with them for them to tell me specifically who is involved with them, then how would I know? So, but now they are coming out to spill the beans. So that's why we expect some level of seriousness to be shown in this regard.
Okay.
That if the people are being occupied with other things right now, the man himself should do the most honorable thing by resigning his appointment.
Okay, quickly, because I have to go on a quick break in 50 seconds. I hear that there's been panic somewhere in the outskirts of Gusau as a terrorist leader has offered to protect residents and farmers. Also, the police is reporting that they have in their custody an ex-lawmaker who they have fingered to also have a hand in the issue of banditry. What is that? What direction is that going to take now? Because on the one hand, a bandit is saying, "I want to protect the people." On the other hand, a former lawmaker is being arrested, saying he has a hand in the banditry. How is this going to be handled? Quickly.
Yeah, that's to tell you even the level of complicity in the whole issue of the banditry. Where people in high places have got their hands soiled in it, and a lot of them that are big enough have some kind of protection that they become untouchable, and that's what we're seeing. And so we can see the lawmaker being caught. Well, we're still waiting for further investigations to be done, whether he's going to deny that it wasn't him that was caught, or some security are going to free him eventually to say, oh, no, it wasn't like that. So we're also watching to see how everything pans out.
Okay.
But that's to attest to the fact that some persons are highly placed and they also seriously involved in banditry.
All right. Samaila Musa is he is in charge, obviously, spokesperson for the coalition of northern groups. He's talking to us about banditry in Zamfara State. We'll go on a quick break. When we come back from that break, we're going to talk about what the governor is doing in the state to deal with the issue of insecurity in his own capacity. So stay with us, Samaila. Lagos, it's Hard Facts, 99.3 Nigeria Info. I am Maryann Okon. We'll be right back after these messages.
You are listening to your number one station for talk.
99.3 Nigeria Info.
99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
Can you see my screen? How about now? Can anyone even hear me?
If this is you every time you're online, then you need a switch to the network that works. Choose the fast and reliable Glow data plans, starting from 5.8 gigabytes for 2,000 naira, 11 gigabytes for 3,000 naira, and 22 gigabytes for 5,000 naira. Dial star 312 hash to subscribe.
Glow Unlimited.
Hey there! Yes, you! You just won 5,000 naira cash! And you, sitting by the side, there's 1 month Showmax subscription to watch the Premier League waiting for you! You behind! Of course! You're not left out! How does 1,000 naira airtime and 2,000 naira Uber discount sound? All this could come true when you buy the No on Wrap and Win pack. Open it, look for a cube with a 6-digit code on its wrapper, text the code to 8011 and follow the prompts to stand a chance to win any of these instant prizes. Promo valid from July till December. Terms and conditions apply. Get extra value on the No Unwrap and Win pack. No, eat for good.
Everyone says I'm beautiful and bold. They say I'm fashionable. And to crown it up, very confident. And my secret is...
People say I'm good looking, funny, hardworking, and to crown it up, very confident. And my secret is...
So whether in the office or at home,
in the streets or on the dance floor,
anytime, any day, I never lose my confidence. And the secret to my confidence is Wazobia perfume.
Absolutely. Wazobia perfume gives the authenticity and long-lasting fragrance all day. That's my secret confidence.
Wazobia perfume is available in body spray.
Also available in supermarkets and markets near you.
You can also get it on Jumia.
Wazobia perfume, the correct scent.
Ladies and gentlemen,
boys and girls, introducing the first of its kind in Nigeria.
The first radio just for kids. It's here at 101.7 Kids FM.
Are you serious?
Oh, yes.
It's going to be fun for kids on your airwaves 24/7.
Talking about from exciting games
Check.
to juicy gist
Double check.
and great music.
Super check.
All these and more on your number one PlayStation 101.7 Kids FM.
Don't be the last to join the train. Download the Kids FM app on your iOS or Play Store today and stay tuned on the go.
You can stream on our website at kidsfm.ng.
You can also follow us on all socials at kidsfm.ng and stand a chance to be one of the super kids.
On 101.7 Kids FM. Remember, it's no dull moments on Kids FM.
So tune in and stay locked on 101.7 Kids FM.
Let's play.
Mommy, my teacher said 90% of my brain will develop by the time I am 5.
Really? What else did she say?
She said I need iron in my food for my brain to grow well.
Oh, very true. And that's why I give you Cerelac Junior every day, which provides half of your daily iron needs.
And Cerelac Junior tastes so good.
Cerelac Junior with Iron Plus. It's all good, Mom.
Guess who's coming back exclusively on Showmax? The Buzz. Coming back to give you all the inside scoop, spicy banter, and bigger secrets from Big Brother's house. Get ready for juicy behind-the-scenes videos that Biggie won't show you, but The Buzz would.
Join Toke Makinwa on BB Nigeria The Buzz, premiering on August 1st with a new episode showing every Thursday, streaming only on Showmax. You can also stream BB Nigeria 24/7 on the Showmax app. Subscribe now. Sign up now at showmax.com.
Oh, lunch. Guys, I'm going for lunch. Please, put more stew. Nice meal. My chest.
Suffering from heartburn and indigestion? Try Just Eat. Just Eat is a brand of aluminium and magnesium hydroxide and simethicone. Just Eat is available in suspension and tablets. Remedy for heartburn, indigestion, flatulence, and acidity.
Jested, now available in new packs. If symptoms persist after 3 days, please see your doctor. Read leaflet inside.
Hey there. Sharing is caring, and sharing your phone's hotspot is a great way to help a friend in need. But wait, are you keeping your data safe? Here are smart tips to control your data while sharing your hotspot. Lock down your hotspot with a strong password to ensure there are no data party crashes. Also, remember to change your password frequently to avoid unauthorized use of your data. So, go on, share your connection with loved ones securely and still have plenty of data left. Visit your mobile operator's website or consumer.ncc.gov.ng to learn more. This message is brought to you by the Association of Licensed Telecoms Operators and the Nigerian Communications Commission.
This season of Big Brother Nigeria is a must follow. Follow every twist and turn with eyes wide open. Because even when the journey begins with chemistry, chaos follows. Strap in for 2 journeys in one house. Big Brother Nigeria Season 9, showing 24/7 on DSTV Channel 198 and GoTV Channel 49. Gold sponsor, Guinness.
QuickBox go give you loans, quick loans from QuickBox. It no matter who you are. You find the quick cash to support your business, or you need the quick loans. Make I show you the way. Come to QuickBox, yeah. Whether you be business owner, happy you be 9 to 5. It no matter who you are. QuickBox will give you loans, quick loans from QuickBox. get your loans today. Quick Box will give you loans. Use Papa, whoever.
Get diverse range of loans from QuickBox by Access Bank for your business and personal needs. It's fast, reliable, and easy to access. Get QuickBox loans on the Access More app, QuickBox app, or by dialing *901 *11#. Access, more than banking.
Get in on the action with Betano, your exciting destination for sports betting. Enjoy an award-winning experience with amazing betting options, cash outs and missions, as well as other features. Join now and get a welcome bonus of up to 200,000 naira. Betano.ng. The game starts now.
The IBEC Debate Tournament, the Nationals, is coming. August 12 in Lagos. Witness the brightest minds from across the country in a battle of intellect and eloquence.
Have you ever wondered if controlling resources will be the key to dismantling?
Yes, a child has not been properly academically satisfied.
Has such person not also get experience, like your 5th point?
Experience fierce competition.
Peace cannot be kept by force. It's not because there's natural resources there.
Persuasive arguments.
I believe that through a balanced approach to religion and education.
Don't you think that such a person is old enough to decide?
And innovative thinking.
By 1985, the poverty level was below 46%.
If they don't have money for tuition, are you saying they are not going to be accountable?
Whether you're a debater or a spectator, mark your calendars for August 12, 2024. I beg to differ. The Nationals in Lagos, Nigeria. Get ready to be part of history. For sponsorship and other inquiries, call Lagos Larry Griffin 0706 827 1163, Shola Kolade 0907 173 3835, or send an email to info@nigeriainfo.fm. I beg to differ students debates competition. The Tournament of Champions.
Health, they say, is wealth. But when securing good health costs you an arm and a leg, or when you are at the hospital and they insist on a hefty deposit before treatment,
But when Avon HMO has your back, you won't have to scream, Yekba, because in the end, we all need people. Visit avonhealthcare.com now to get an Avon Health plan for you and your people.
Avon HMO, empowering you to live a healthier, fuller.
I'm in love, Sonia tomato mix, stand up. Is it to open? Is it to squeeze? Is it to scoop and is it to stir? Dishes come alive with so much taste. Sonia tomato mix, of course. Sonia tomato mix, yes sir. Sonia tomato mix, stand up pouch.
Sonia tomato mix in a new stand-up pouch.
So much in love.
imagine thinking you bought an unlimited data plan, but the next thing we hear is,
oh, this data has finished again.
Well, that's what happens when you don't buy a truly unlimited data plan.
Enjoy truly unlimited data with unlimited speed-based data plans from Airtel. Visit www.airtel.com.ng/HBB to buy now.
Airtel, a reason to imagine.
Own a part of something special. Be a part of something great. No more wishing from a distance. Take a chance and shape your fate. Now's the time, let's talk more action. Cause tomorrow starts today. Own a part of something special. Own a slice of something great. It's about who we are and about what we've done. And if you check the record, you will find our word is bond. It's about changing lives and about making strides. And so if we do it, you should know we'll do it right. Cause we did it with fashion, with people and food. Yes, we found the connection, leading with innovation. And now is the time to be part of the action. So let's go. Own a part of something special. Be a part of something great. No more wishing from a distance. Take a chance and shape your fate. Now's the time, let's talk more action. Cause tomorrow starts today.
so you can bank on us. I don't really mean to make a fuss, but you don't really want to miss the bus. You don't really want to be left behind, so let's take a chance. If you like it, we can hold your hand. If you really gotta take a chance, then it's gotta be with someone you trust. Cause we did it with fashion, with people and food, yes, we made a connection. Been leading with innovation, and now it's your chance to be part of the action. So let's go. I want a part of something special, be a part of something great. No more wishing from a distance. Take a chance and shape your fate. Now's the time, let's talk more action. Cause tomorrow starts today. Want a part of something special, on a slice of something great.
GTCO, proudly African, truly international.
We're back.
We're back.
We're back.
We're back.
We are back.
We're back on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Millions of listeners trust us on Hard Fact. Whether it's politics, social issues, controversies, and trending stories. You know we're credible and objective.
It's Hard Facts with Maryann Okon on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Yes, it is Hard Facts. 99.3 Nigeria Info is a frequency. We're broadcasting live from our audiovisual studios right here in Itimi and Crescent, Victoria Island, Lagos. And we're talking about Zamfara State and the insecurity. In fact, most importantly, what's at the core of the insecurity in the state. My guest, Samaila Musa, has been pointing us to the gold and other natural resources. In fact, he's told us about the fact that banditry began when certain persons who were mining decided that they could arm people to protect those mines. And then, of course, it spiraled out of control. Fingers have also been pointed to the former governor, of course, questions that need answers. But then we want to talk about the governor who's there now, of course, most importantly, about what he's doing to deal with the issue of insecurity. But if you want to be part of the conversation, we're live on YouTube, Nigeria Info FM. We're also live on Facebook.com/Nigeria Info FM. Post your live comment. Would like to hear from you. You could also join the conversation on WhatsApp. Send us a message on WhatsApp. It's 080-959-75805. The phone lines are open. 0201-277-0993 if you are a gentleman. That's 0201-277-0993. Or as a lady, you can call 0201-465-7190. Samaila, are you there? We're back. I'd really like to know what the governor is doing right now in the state as, somewhat to help with the situation in the state in terms of security. We know that the army, the police has been stretched in the fight against insecurity across the country. But in Zamfara State, what is the governor doing in the interim to keep the people safe?
So the governor has done a lot of things. One of the very first thing he did was to sign an executive order prohibiting the use of tinted glass, because security reports shows that most of those bandits who still move around town move in tinted glass cars. So really, the governor first and foremost signed that act into law, prohibiting people from using tinted glass vehicles, so as to forestall some of these unidentified movements. And also, one of the very first thing the governor also tried to do was to set up Zamfara State security guard, which they have to go through some trainings just to make sure that it's more or less like a vigilante, because you need to bring even the security challenge to the people themselves. Let it be all-encompassing, but there's some kind of holistic approach to ending this insecurity issues. So the governor also moved ahead and inaugurated a 21-man security committee. It's more or less of a trust, such that security reports can always per time be analyzed and also know which way forward. This is also in order to complement whatever the security operatives are doing, and for some kind of checks and balances. So these are some of the very first few steps the governor took towards ending in this insecurity. He also at some point met with the president himself, trying to discuss new strategies if the old ones are not working. So they try to look at other areas where to make some injections that are quite new, just to shock the bandits. So really, it's not so much in trying to really combat this problem or this menace.
Okay.
So, but which is still ongoing. A lot of them are still ongoing. He's not resting. He's just keep running, just to make sure that brought to an end. I mean, he brought this whole thing to an end.
All right. Well, Lagosians and, of course, Nigerians who are listening, watching live from all over the world want to chime into the conversation. They have questions. They've got comments. Well, Lagos, Nigeria, join the conversation. 0201-2770-993 if you're a man. For ladies, call 0201-465-7190. If you are on WhatsApp, it's 080-959-75805. Join the conversation. You've got 60 seconds. Go straight to the point. Hello, welcome to Hard Facts.
Good evening, Maryann.
Good evening.
This is Pastor Ladipo calling back.
Pastor Ladipo, go ahead.
Maryann, don't you think from all these allegations, I think I'm beginning to suspect that in Nigeria today there are people that looks above the law. You know why I said so?
Why?
You see, we've not even talked about protests. They're already discovering and picking people. Now, there are information out there about securities of the life of people. And yet, this man still maintains his position. See, even if this is an allegation, don't you think it would have been a best thing to advise him to say, sir, please, you are occupying a sensitive position. But look at this who are blown down. Is everywhere.
Thank you very much. All right, we're still taking your comments, and don't forget you can also join us on our YouTube live stream. Post your comments. We'd like to hear from you. Let's take another call quickly. Hello, welcome to Hard Fact.
Hello, Maryann.
Good afternoon. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
This is a calling from Togolo, Ogun State.
Go ahead, please.
I want to know what kind of country are we running? You know the person that is causing havoc in your state, and you know where he lives, you know his children, you know the wife, and you are still eating with him and dying with him. And why innocent children are dying every day? What kind of country are we running? I think this is time for us to know how we will do, whether to stay together or to divide ourselves, because we cannot continue like this.
Oh gosh!
And somebody who is a criminal, we see in the state of government, have been controlling resources in the state, and everybody is sitting down quiet, and the person is enjoying himself in the state and the government house. That is bad, I beg.
Thank you very much, AJ, for calling and keeping to 60 seconds. Hello, welcome to Hard Facts.
Hello, good evening, Maryann.
Good evening. Yes.
Yes, my name is Godwin, calling from Lakwe. I think it is very obvious and clear enough that our government, they know what is happening. If you could recall, the United UAE, they sent names of the sponsors of all these Boko Haram and terrorists and whatever. And the former president promised heaven and hell they're going to bring them to life. What has happened up to date? To let you know that these people, our rulers, they are not ruling with sincerity and purpose intention.
So their hands and legs are so committed into all this criminality, and that is why the criminals are being rewarded. You see people that are dubious and whatever. Before that man became the Minister of State for Defense, there was protest concerning his deed, his past. But what has happened? The president, in his own wisdom, is still appointed such a suspected dubious person into the rulership of the federation.
All right.
It is bad, and to our rulers and the northerners themselves, until they change their ways, their ways of doing, then it will be a problem for all of us.
Thank you very much for calling, Godwin. Hello, welcome to Hard Facts.
Hello, Maryann. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Ikotu.
Go ahead, please.
Maryann.
Turn off your radio, Zoma. Turn off your radio.
Okay, sorry. In fact, Maryann, you don't read. I am surprised that as hard as Nigeria is now, there is no other way for us to show our pain than this protest. And some people are there saying that cannot have this protest. Please, do they have their own different markets? Or do they have their own first station that they buy? Why is Nigeria behaving like this? You can't have grievances. Just go and protest and tell this man that what he's doing is very, very bad. You tell us to be patient and tie our belts, and you and your family are living so robust.
Okay.
Eh?
All right.
You buy jets too. You build house for your second for billions, and you're telling Nigerians who are making the money to in fact, this protest must go on. God will pay them in their wicked ways, all of them.
All right. Thank you very much, Uzoma. And Samaila, this brings me to the issue of protest. I have just 2 minutes before I let you go. I've seen videos from young people in, I think, some youth group in Adamawa State saying that they're pulling out of the protest. I've seen some women in Borno holding a banner saying no protest. A group of people are pulling out of the protest. We've seen that the elders and traditional rulers are all saying that, young people should stay away. The governor of Kaduna State, the governor of Nasarawa State, they're all speaking. With all that's happening in Zamfara, is it even safe to say that the people of Zamfara should go out and protest?
Well, it's obvious that it's not really safe because, you see, this is a region that is battling insecurity issues. You don't want to complicate issues when you allow this kind of free-for-all kind of protests. Not that the people don't have the right to protest. Absolutely, they do. But the problem is, you see, when you have the kind of problem, the problem in Zamfara is better imagined than experienced. So you really don't want that kind of situation because a whole lot of things get muddled up, all in the name of protest. Even those people that are on the wanted list will come, bandits will come, and it's all in the name of protest. Only God knows what they will come to perpetrate. So security report does not really shows that this area is actually ready for any kind of peaceful protest that is going to be mass at this moment. And maybe once the insecurity
quickly, Samaila, should the people of Zamfara protest in actuality, devoid of any form of insecurity, should they be protesting the situation of the economy as we speak?
Yeah, they should be protesting, but I'm saying the security around the states does not really guarantee that the security of lives and property is going to be there, So that's the point.
Well, Samaila Musa is the Director of Publicity Coalition of Northern Groups, and he's been speaking to us from the FCT. Thank you so much, Samaila. Well, I'm guessing that everyone will have their fingers crossed and hope to see what comes out of this situation in Zamfara State.
Yeah. We're hoping this comes to an end.
Thank you very much, Samaila, for joining us. Well, Lagos, there you have it. We'll give you some information. David has some information for you quickly. And then when we come back from the break, I'll be saying my goodbyes. Stay with us.
Yes, the information in the form of Peter Rufai's summer sports camp. It is in day 6. If you have missed up until this point, you do not have to miss the remaining 5 days of it. Yes, to be going on till the 3rd of August 2024. That is in exactly 5 days' time, if I am.
99.3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates as it happens. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.